This is the first in a series of videos on parallel structure. Parallel structure is important when we're writing words or phrases or clauses in either pairs or in a series. We want our sentences to be balanced and strong. So when we pick a grammatical form, we want to stick with it. Let's look at an example. Miranda likes eating, sleeping, and to play video games. Now you'll notice that one of those in that series is not like the others. Let's analyze the sentence. We have our main verb, likes, and we ask ourselves who or what likes. Obviously it's Miranda, so Miranda is our subject. She's the one doing the action, and Miranda's a person. Then we have these two ing words, eating and sleeping. They look like verbs, but they're not verbs, because nobody's actually eating or sleeping in this sentence. We're talking about the concept of eating and sleeping. And since these are concepts, that makes them both nouns, even though they look like verbs. And then we have this other construction, verb construction, to play. That's also a concept. Nobody's actually playing, we're just talking about the concept of play. And when you put to in front of any verb, you come up with what we call the infinitive form of a verb. So to play is a concept, also a noun. We have games. We'll call games a thing. And then we have this one modifier, which is describing games. What kind of games do we have? Video games. So video in this sentence is functioning as an adjective. And then the one remaining word we haven't dealt with yet is and. It's our coordinating conjunction. We'll just put a plus sign over that. Now let's talk about these ing words. When you have an ing word, it looks like a verb, but it's functioning as a concept. We call it a gerund. So both eating and sleeping are gerunds. To play, on the other hand, is also functioning as a noun. Whenever you put to in front of a verb, you have what we call the infinitive form of a verb. So to play is an infinitive. Let's diagram the sentence and see if we can see the difference between gerunds and infinitives. Our goal, of course, is to have all three of them in this series be the same form, grammatical form. So we have our subject, Miranda, on our baseline. We have the intersecting vertical line, which separates the subject from the verb likes. And then we have an interesting combination of three objects. Our two gerunds and our infinitive. So we divide our lines up like this. Now, in diagramming a gerund, it's a little different than anything we've diagrammed to this point. We build a little podium or platform, and the top of the platform looks like a a step. And since we have two of those, we're going to build two of these step podiums, or platforms. And then infinitives also have a platform, but the top of their platform looks more like what we've experienced with prepositional phrases. We have a diagonal line leading down to a noun form. And of course we're joining these, the third one, at least with the word, that between the second and third in our series with the word and. And when you write a gerund on top of the platform, you do it as though they're kind of falling down the stair, down the step there. So we have eating, it's our first gerund. We have sleeping. And then we have our infinitive form, to play. And then there's an object following to play. The object is games. And that's being modified by the word video, video games. Well, let's go ahead and correct the sentence and make it parallel. So now we have Miranda likes eating, sleeping, and playing video games. So instead of two gerunds and an infinitive, we now have three gerunds, and our series is parallel, which is preferred in academic and business writing. It's stronger, easier to follow, just a good idea. And of course, on standardized tests, you're definitely going to want to look for those. Make sure that your answer chooses the parallel form of whatever they're asking. So let's build our little step platform now for our new gerund. Playing. Now it's generally a good idea to, if you have two in a series that are the same, to make the third one the same. But we do have another option. We could have made them all infinitives. So we could say Miranda likes to eat, to sleep, and to play video games. And there's one more option when the infinitive that's in front of, when the preposition actually that's attached to the verb, which makes it the infinitive, in this case to, if they're all the same, if the preposition is all the same, then you can eliminate the last two and just make it Miranda likes to eat, sleep, and play video games. Much simpler.